Hello, back again. So I think this second part of the lecture is going to be pretty short and sweet, but this brings us to the actual tale. So in part one, I took you through most of the prologue and the importance of the prologue in establishing the wife of Bath's background, something about her character. And so that's going to bring us to her actual tale that she relates to the rest of the pilgrims. Uh, Something that I didn't really go into in that first video, I probably should have, but I'll go into it now. Part of the premise of this story is based on storytelling itself, and it really goes back to the power of story and the relevance of story to people's lives. It starts with a competition because when the pilgrims are on this journey, they at some point they get bored, as people will do. They've got nothing better to do with their time. Obviously, it's the age before internet. They don't have smartphones. How are they going to pass the time? And one of the pilgrims gets the bright idea, well, I'll tell a story. And so we get this story regaled, and someone says, oh, that story's not so great. I can top that story. Someone else chimes in and says, oh, my story is greater still. So you see how this snowballs. So it becomes each one of the pilgrims is trying to outdo the other one. Who can tell the best story? And it becomes this sort of competition, right? Who can actually regale the best story, whose story can top whose. And once the wife of Bath weighs in, her tale is, I don't remember if hers actually won the competition or not, but it was a hard act to follow. All right, so there is a video that I'm going to post separately, which does summarize her story. I'd still like for you to read it from the text, because that's going to be important that you actually complete the reading of the tale. But this little video is really good for kind of summarizing her story in a pinch, and I always include it just because I love it. I think they did a wonderful job with it, um, and it's worth watching. But I want you to do both, obviously, which is watch the video and read The Wife of Bath's Tale. And I want you to come back and think about some questions here, which is, what does her tale reveal about the nature of love? What is it teaching us about marriage? What is it teaching us about male-female relationships? What's it teaching us about male-female relationships during the Middle Ages? And what is it teaching us about male-female relationships that extend even down to our own time? Because gender is, it's a huge theme of this particular piece of work. Relationships, again, marriage, who has the upper hand in relationships. And again, remember I said there are stories that they tell as part of this competition will always come back to reflecting who they are as people. What do they value? What are the things that they're going through in their own lives that are relevant to that? So these are the things, again, that I want you to think about in relation to this. All right, so you are going to have an assessment activity at the end of this module. It's either going to be, it may be a discussion post, but it may be a quiz. But either way, you'll have an assessment to complete after you have completed the reading and after you've completed the viewing of all of the videos. All right. And that really is pretty much it. I want to know again what you think of her story, how it relates back to her life. What are some of the lessons that we can learn, or what are some of the lessons that we take from her story? All right, and I will talk to you later. Bye bye.